Okay, it is 6:03 p.m. on the 14th. I'm calling this meeting, emergency meeting, to order. Present, I'll do a quick roll call vote, roll call. I am present. Trustee Shuttig.
Present.
Trustee Walreed.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Ryan. Here. We have 4 as a quorum, so we are moving forward with our 2 items. The first one is right there. Let me grab my phone for just a moment. We did get the letter from Samantha Graves for, let's see here, to take on the grant proposal for the NY Forward grant at a $20 hour rate. She won't exceed $5,000. I obviously don't think she could exceed $5,000 with a week and a half left. If that's good, Kevin, Trustee O'Malley is present as well. Thank you. So we have the proposal from Samantha Graves. I am looking for a motion to authorize Samantha Graves to work on the New York Forward grant at a rate of $20 an hour with a maximum of $5,000 spent, noting that this is a specialized service for grant writing for the village.
Motion.
Thank you, Megan.
Second.
Second, any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstentions? Motion carries. The second thing is the roofing stuff that Mark sent out about 59 Church Street. Mark reached out to 7 total people in writing, had 3 respond. He has only gotten 2 quotes. The third one is just not submitting. So we have 2 quotes, one for Vermont Roofing, which was a total of $12,139. But the one caveat with Vermont Roofing is they probably would not be able to do the work until January. The second quote is from Paladin Builders out of Hoosick Falls, Bussy Lane, and their quote is for $14,800. Barry Laporte signed it, and their caveat is that they could do it, probably start next week. Mm-hmm. Mark did reach out for a very specific start time from the other ones, Vermont Builders, and did not hear anything back from them. Mark is under the hope that we can move on, even though it's more expensive, the one that would be sooner.
Safety.
Especially as a safety issue.
Mark, you happy with the descriptions were a little different. Is he satisfied with the descriptions of work?
They're very different because this one is, it's these 2 right
Oh,
here.
I'm sorry.
Shorter, but yeah, he was happy with both of them, and he felt good about both of them, and more importantly, he wants to make sure this gets
Actually, I
done
just
sooner.
saw Barry Laporte doing the funeral home garage today in Mahar's with the spray. That's what he's probably the same type of.
This is EPDM. It's that black rubber.
Oh, it's a black because it's green up there now, right?
I'm not sure, but this is the one key thing I did look on this thing. It says .60. It's actually, I think it's .65. That's commercial grade. Like .4 is the thin stuff. .6 is like that's the correct stuff you would use on a commercial roof.
So is it? And how do they? Is it a roll?
No, so what they do is put down these fiber boards. It's literally like Homosote, like that soundproof board, and it comes in pitches. Whatever you do with that, okay, that's screwed down. Then there's a special glue that gets rolled on, and you have to wait for the glue to dry. And then once it's dry to the point where it's barely tacky, you roll it on the back of the EPDM, and then you lay it onto the fiberboard and roll it, and then you have to lap the seam. You have to overlap by a certain amount, do lap sealant and stuff like that. And it's supposed to last like 50 years. I mean, it's supposed to last like a really long time. It comes in 10-foot rolls.
Yes, as far as I know.
It's really heavy to get up there. It's pretty brutal. It comes in rolls like this. It's 10 feet. It's heavy stuff.
Oh, the EPDM. It's like a membrane.
It's like rubber.
Impenetrable from water, supposedly.
Right. Well, I know it's up there now, and that was.
But the big thing is he wants
to peel that off.
The key characteristics in there is
Barry was insured.
For a Palladian? Is that what it is? What is it called?
Barry Laporte's thing.
Oh, yeah.
Barry Laporte.
Well, I just saw the work thing, but it doesn't say we carry whatever. which I
They have
think.
to be, if they
You
can't,
have
right,
to.
if they have to be insured,
The-
do
but
we put that in the bid, I hope?
I think so. We could always
You know me, just,
authorize
Oh, no.
it subject to.
Well, I know that we
I would hope they are.
require the same thing for the gazebo insurance.
That's
workers'
right,
comp.
because it turned away
Right.
from somebody.
So it's the
Right.
same entity that's
Same
doing
concept,
it.
yes.
Awesome, okay.
So we can
No,
certainly
no,
authorize
this
it
isn't the same
subject
thing.
to,
Yeah, just double check.
The one with
subject to
Proof of
confirmation
insurance.
that they have insurance, yeah.
That's right.
But he's capping the
Something to
parapet, the wedge.
Oh, good.
And he's putting in what's called the termination bar. So when you put that rubber roof and you come to the end, there's like a aluminum bar that goes on, or it wraps around and the bar goes up against that. It's called a termination bar for obvious reasons, and that's what prevents it from getting wind ripped.
Okay,
Okay,
But I'm telling you, this stuff lasts. I'm told it lasts 50 to 75 years.
great.
alright. So are you
But,
guys?
but we're passing that on to,
So it will be billed to the owner. If the
Right.
owner pays it, that's great. If the
If
owner
not,
doesn't
goes to
pay
the
it,
county.
it will
Tax
eventually
levy.
get moved to the county.
And we get
Who's
reimbursed.
That's a
gonna pay it?
while away, so
no.
we'll
Too
be made
important of a
whole
building.
eventually.
Huh?
Too important
No,
of a building to
that's,
suffer
Ray
damage.
Marshall. I guess it's his
You don't want
wife's-
things falling off
And
the
the-
top
his
of that
wife's
either.
name.
The other thing
She
about
has
that
a
is that
veteran
Vermont Roofing
for
is
it,
doing
which
it in
I think she's
January.
Florida.
Whose wife's name?
They, I mean, they
Marshall.
can take a
Oh,
torch and
okay.
go like this and warm it
Right,
up.
it won't be
But
warm
that's-
enough.
It's really better done
And it's
this
a
time
safety
of
issue
year.
now, so I don't want to wait.
He lives on
And
Church
it's
Street,
just
too. I
the
mean, what
material
are we
needs to
doing?
be
I don't know much about
70
construction,
degrees
so
is
I
a good
couldn't-
temperature to
So
put it down.
you'd probably get a better
I know.
seal right now.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
How do you
So-
know so much about roofs? That's, I mean, you're.
I don't-
He knows a lot about
How do I
everything.
know
Yeah,
that?
he knows
Yeah.
everything about
He
everything.
does.
A little bit of
I know
everything.
a little bit about roofs.
Well, for two reasons. A, I fixed my own slate roofing.
I got a
Yeah.
slate, I have a slate one in my
Ah.
house, that's what I
Two,
know.
I just had two EPDM roofs put down on my house on the back and in the side porch, and my buddy Kyle does roofing, so he's a firefighter
Yeah.
and paramedic
Oh,
too. So
that's
him and I
cool.
just sat up there shooting the shit the whole time.
Oh, no, that's.
We're still in a meeting, by the
No,
way.
I'm.
shooting the discussion the entire time, and I'm one of those guys that's like, well, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why is this? Well, how's that work? Oh, you gotta wait for this, and what are you putting that down for? Oh, it's lapsing. What's that for? It's a termination bar. I'm just one of them people
You
that has
wanna
to
know.
like.
This is gonna be a great listing for someone who wants to listen to this meeting later.
Ugh,
All right,
just God
so
bless your souls.
I'm good for the Paladin Builders, Bobby Laporte, Barry Laporte, Bobby
Barry.
Barry Laporte, just Bobby
Barry
Laporte.
and Ken.
More Bobbies. Okay. I'm in favor
I
of
haven't
that.
seen it yet, though.
Are you
Just
guys?
give me one sec.
What's that?
I want to just look at it for one.
Sure.
I didn't even see it yet.
No, I got to review them earlier today. You guys looking?
In my opinion, the sooner
I-
the better.
Yeah, I am a little bit surprised that Vermont Roofing was cheaper because Vermont Roofing does do very good work, but they tend to be a higher. They tend to be more of a Cadillac
Well,
contractor.
yeah, and the. I
Still a
mean,
lot of money for, it's just a fix, not a complete roof.
Oh, it's just what did it say? It's the entire back end, right, or something.
thought it
I
was a
know.
pretty large chunk.
I'm not going to say the name because we're in a public meeting, obviously, but I know another building. When hers was done over there, it was like 30 grand
Yeah,
to do that
I mean-
roof, and they didn't do a good job.
If we do
They're
appoint these
bubbling
guys,
up.
award it to them, we
It's
gotta
tough.
award it
It's tough
in,
anyway.
based
I
on
know.
the fact that
They
they have proof
are.
of insurance, because they reference it right in here.
Right.
Vermont Roofing, workman's comp, public liability and property damage insurance.
Okay. So we can build that into the motion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, we definitely, yeah, I
Might
know,
take a look
I
at
know
it, Bob.
Andy would say that, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
What happened to Rick Matzo?
I don't know.
He said he found a hotel room in Albany somewhere.
Oh, really?
We're still in a meeting.
Yeah, and he does in the Vermont Roofing contract. It does mention cost plus, obviously. Everybody here probably owns an old house.
Oh yes.
You know, you start opening things up.
Oh yes.
Surprise!
Yeah. And that will be an additional fee of.
Yeah.
Firestone brand EPDM, yeah.
So roofing, you feeling good with Laporte? Okay, then I'm looking for a motion to award the contract subject to confirmation and proof of insurance to Palladian Roofing Laporte.
Half.
Are you making that motion?
Yes, I am.
Alright, need a second?
Second.
Thank you, Dan. Further discussion? Let the record reflect that we put it out there, we sent it to 7 people in writing. We made a good faith effort to bring our 3 written proposals back. We only received 2, but we do need to move forward as a safety concern. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? All right, carries. Any other business? Looking for motion to adjourn? Oh, you know what? Did we ever set the special meeting for 2 weeks from now? Do we want to do that or wait until later?
What'd we say? What'd we say?
We were back and forth between a couple different days. Tell you what, we'll do that over email and we'll post it.
Okay.
Okay. Looking for motion to adjourn.
Motion.
I'll give that to Dan, second by Megan. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed or abstentions? Carries. Meeting is adjourned 6:14
Second.
p.m.
Aye.